this lesson, I'm going to show you how to awaken the left hand by playing variations on the chords that I've already showed you. All right, so get out your Sonny's left hand chord variations chart, and let's begin. Now, up to this point, I've been showing you how to do major and minor chords. So a major chord is like C major is C, E, G. All right, so that corresponds to 1, 3, 5, like in this fashion. See, the C is the 1, the D is the 2, the E is the 3, the F is the 4, and the G is the 5. So if we play the 1, the 3, and the 5, or the C, the E, and the G, we're playing the 1, 3, and 5. Whether it be a major chord or a minor chord, it's considered 1, 3, and 5. The first note is the 1, the second note of the chord is the 3, and the last note of the chord is the 5. All right, so far I've been showing you how to do it this way. We play 1, 3, 5, playing all the notes at once. Okay, so that's one way of playing a C major chord or a C minor chord. But you could also play it with just the 1 and the 5, as I showed you earlier too. You could drop out the middle note and just go. Okay, and that's considered playing the 1 and the 5, the C and the G. Or another way of playing it is to play it as an octave. Now, octave means 8, so let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a C and a C would be considered an octave. Or another way of saying it would be 1 to 1. Okay, it's the 1 to the 8 or the 1 to 1. So that's an octave. All right. Now, another way of playing the chord is to play it as a 1, 5, 1. So now let's look again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, the last note of the chord is the 5, so you got 1, 5, and then a 1. So that's another way of doing it. You can go. Okay? Got that? 1, 5, 1. All right, so far we have playing it 1, 3, 5. We have it 1, 5. We have it 1 to 8 or 1 to 1, and we have 1, 5, 1. So these are all the ways you could play a C major chord. All right, and then we have one more. We have the 1, 3, 5, 1. C, E, G, C. So we would play it C, E, G, C. So we could go, see, 1, 3, 5, 1. Got that? One, 3, 5, 1. Now, in this lesson, I'm going to show you a lot of different things. I'm going to show you 30 different ways of playing chords with the left hand. Now, if you just pick up a few things, then that's great. Remember, don't expect to get this all in one sitting. All right? This is something that will unfold over a period of time. Do the first lesson, get that down, then do the second, then do the third. Take your time. Have fun with this. All right? This is material that can last you for weeks, months. Just relax. Don't put pressure on yourself. All right? So let's do a little more with this. Now let's do some variations on the variations. Okay? Now, so far we've been doing letter A, play all the notes at the same time. All right? So watch what we've been doing. So far we've been going, right? Okay, so that's one way of doing it. But here's another way. Roll the notes up. That's what we mean by that. Watch that again. Roll. Okay, instead of playing all 3 notes at once, we roll. And here we roll it up again. Okay, so now that applies to all the different ways that I showed you how to play the chord. You could roll all of these. You could roll the 1 and a 5. So when you, instead of going, we can go a little roll like that. Got it? Good. Or if we're playing an octave, the same thing. You can just kind of roll it. See that? Or if we're playing the 1, the 5, and the 1, again, we could roll it. Instead of going C, G, C, we can go. And once again, 1, 3, 5, 1. Instead of just going all notes at once, we can go. All right? All right. Now, We could also roll the notes up and back down. So let's say we were doing the C, E, G, we can go. Okay? And again, it applies to all the different ways that you can play the C chord. With the, if it's the 1, 3, 5 one, we can go. Stuff like that. All right? Okay. Now, D. We could also play the chords rhythmically. So we could do something like this. We could play each chord twice. Or we can play each note 3 times. Or we can play the chord 4 times, or 8 times, or as many times as you want. And when we're playing rhythmically, you don't even have to keep it to 2, 3s, and 4s. You could just make up your own rhythm. Okay? All right. Now, arpeggios. This is a lot of fun. If you get this going, you're going to really be flowing around the piano. Let's look at what it says. Arpeggios. Continuously roll major chord as you proceed up the keyboard with first 2 hands, also known as left hand chases the right, and then hand crossovers. Let me show you how this works. This is wonderful. Here's a major triad, or the major chord, as we call it, C, E, G, all right? All right, and here's another C, E, G, right? Okay, and a C, E, G here, and a C, E, G here. Let's try this. Roll the C, E, G, roll the major chord, with the left hand. The left hand starts the race. Okay, then play the next C, E, G with the right hand. Now, the left hand chases the right, it's going to jump on the right hand, it's going to grab it, but just in the nick of time, the right hand jumps away, and the left hand ends up playing just what the right hand just played. And the right hand plays the C, E, G over here, then the left hand comes over here and wants to jump on again. Then, the right hand gets away, the left hand plays what the right hand played. Okay, so watch how that works. Okay, but you hold the pedal down to get that effect, and then you start off slowly. You start off with C, E, G, and you play the C, E, G, 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 end on the C. Okay, see that again. Nice and slow. Okay. Also, after a while, instead of just playing it as like single notes, try to roll like this. So you go. Got that? And make sure you're holding the pedal down to get that effect. Okay? And there's all sorts of things you can do with the arpeggios. You roll up, roll down. Okay, you could play the chord patterns from the chord pattern lesson using arpeggios. Let's use chord pattern number 1, the C major to the D minor, like this. First play the C major, then play the D minor. C major, D minor.